I've never had a nice passport photo. Let's change that today.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, my favorite all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have to take passport photos today because something incredibly exciting happened in my life. To keep this short and simple, I have had the dream of living in America since I was pretty much in middle school, high school. Obviously, I was raised in Canada, and even though Canada and America are neighbors, it's not like any Canadian can just come live in the United States. I very fortunately was very recently approved for like one of the hardest green card petitions that anybody on this earth could possibly apply for. It's incredibly difficult to get, but very fortunately I was approved for it, and the next step in my American citizenship journey is to send them my photos, my passport photos. So that is what we're gonna do today. But obviously there is a trend going around right now where girls are doing this specific like ID photo makeup or passport photo makeup, and then the pictures always end up looking like insanely gorgeous. So obviously I've never had a nice passport photo. Let's change that today. I am not gonna be following any specific person's tutorial or anything. I'm just gonna be trying to do it as snatched and as carefully and as well as I possibly could. As far as I know, the focus of this makeup look is to keep the center of your face light and highlighted, to be very snatched contour-wise. Let's get started. So to start off with, I took a shower and I blow dried my hair. While I do my makeup, I keep my hair in a bun like this so that when I take it out, my hair is like wavy curly. I love the way it looks and I do this all the time. Then I used my new face. I put some hyaluronic acid toner by Isntree all over my face, and then I used a light moisturizer by MZ Skin, and then here we are right now. Okay, so for my primer, I'm using the Pore Eclipse Pore Minimizing Primer by Milk Makeup, and this is just gonna hopefully help my makeup stay in place and also mattify my pores so that I'm not too shiny. Okay, so this is Milk's Future Fluid Concealer, and this is my lightest concealer shade that I can get away with. Just trust me, trust the process. What I like to do is wet my beauty sponges, squeeze them out, and then dry them with a paper towel so that it's more or less pretty clean. I take the widest part of the beauty blender if I really want to blend it out if it's a little bit too much. So this is as far as I'm going to take it with the concealer right now. I'm going to apply my favorite foundation, which is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. Should I not be using SPF? Fuck it. This is literally my favorite foundation. I'm gonna try to avoid the places where I put the concealer, so just in kind of the center of my face. Now I have my big beauty blender. You know the deal, blend it. I basically kind of press this into my skin actually. So here's the ordeal. This is my contour stick by Milk Makeup. Someone brought this to my attention on TikTok, but this is actually not a contour stick. This is a bronzer. It's a matte bronzer. So that's why I think it kind of just doesn't really look like a contour to me. If this was more cool toned, it might have worked. So what I do now is I apply just a little bit on my cheeks as a bronzer, because I would anyway apply bronzer. And then I go in with this Dior contour palette because this specific shade right here works really well to contour my skin tone. Also important to note that we're gonna be going a little bit heavier on this because obviously flash photography will wash away a lot of your makeup. If you've ever done dance or theater, you know that typically you look a little bit crazy in real life, but on photo, on camera, it looks pretty much normal, or maybe you can't even see anything. So I'm gonna be going a little bit heavier, but still try to keep it really clean and chiseled. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Dior contour palette and contour my nose and cheeks a little bit more. So now I'm gonna go in with the Banana Lowlighter from Rodial. This is a complexion enhancer, and I use this as a highlighter, but not a highlighter in the sense that it sparkles and shines, but in the sense that it reflects light. And I don't really know how this does it, but it does every single time. Okay, I love this thing. And I'm just gonna put this in the center of my face and on my nose. Tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose. I'm just gonna put it right here. most importantly, I like to use this underneath my contour just to chisel and define my cheekbone more. Like that. I'm gonna use a brush for this because I kind of want to keep it really precise and just pat it in. The good thing about this product, the Banana Lowlighter, is that it's very translucent and forgiving, so it's not like it's gonna pack on or cake on or anything. The reason I'm doing this is because I tend to get darkness and redness underneath my nose. So that might have been a little bit too extreme, so I'm just gonna go in and blend the contour again. Not apply anymore, but just blend it. You thought we were finished, we're not. This is honestly my favorite part about doing my makeup, just because the difference that this setting powder makes is like astronomical, and I cannot believe that it took me this long in my life to start using it. So first I applied in the areas where I don't immediately blend it, where I like to set it and make it like bake, as they say, right? Just leave it in place and then blend it out in like 10 minutes. So I draw a line from my mouth, from the corner of my mouth to here. Now I'm gonna go under my eyes and tap it lightly underneath my eyes. Leave another line there. Now I like to draw the sides of my nose. So again, take a small amount. Cool, so we're gonna leave this in place and I'm gonna do my brows. I ran out of brow gel, so I currently am just using hairspray and a brow brush. It works just the same. Not really, but. So I'm gonna let the hairspray dry. Should I do this pink or this pink? My mom's home. Что-то ты быстро.
Поздравляю тебя с красотой твоей необыкновенной. Да дарует тебе этот букет успех неимоверный.
Я записываю.
Серьезно?
Да.
Alright, so obviously my mom came home and I got a little bit shy, so I'm just gonna be voiceovering the rest of this. So I took my NYX brow tint pen and used that to draw really fine strokes throughout my eyebrow. I didn't want to fill it in with a pencil or anything because I didn't want them to get dark, and this just makes it look as natural as possible. Then I used two of my favorite champagne toned eyeshadows all over my eyelids as a base. So this Tom Ford palette is, yes, unfortunately half broken, but it is my favorite, so I used the lighter brown color all over my crease and then blended it out with a blending brush. This is one of my favorite eyeliner hacks. So what I do is I take this angled flat brush, I spray the brush with some sort of makeup setting spray and use that as close to my lash line as possible. And then it becomes really easy to extend the eyeliner into a beautiful and even clean wing. Then I used a matte white eyeshadow in my inner corners and extended it to the center of my lid for some more dimension. Then I went back to my Tom Ford palette and used the darkest brown shade there just in my outer crease for more definition. I popped some of the same lighter brown shadow on my outer lower lid, and then finally I blended out the setting powder that I left in place a while ago. I curled my eyelashes and then used the XXL mascara from L'Oreal on my lower and upper lashes. This is the NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. Use that all over my lips as kind of like a lipstick, honestly. I just love this color so much. And then I just used a butter gloss, also from NYX, and that was pretty much my completed look. Oh, but then I also used highlighter. This highlighter is my absolute favorite of my entire life. It's by RMS Beauty, and I just used that on my nose and my upper cheeks, my cheekbones, just to highlight everything. I hope you guys liked this video,